Good morning, I'm Marnie Sanders, and you're watching Ubisetter News. We interrupt your regularly scheduled programming today with breaking news from a small community nestled in Northern California's Sacramento Valley, where an extraordinary transformation has been quietly unfolding. Today's broadcast is not a complete record of everything that has taken place across Yuba-Sutter because transformation of this size simply cannot be captured in one report. Instead, today's special highlights just a few of the many powerful stories that have unfolded across schools, work sites, restaurants, grocery stores, policies, and neighborhoods. Let's go now to our first report. Organizational lead Jen Jelovich. She's taking us inside schools to showcase how wellness has become part of everyday life for students, staff, families, and the community. Jen?
Thank you, Marnie. We are actually here today in front of Bridge Street School, which is one of our 19 Blue Zones Project approved schools. And we are so excited, you guys. There are so many amazing things going on in schools, from walk to school days where families are coming together before the school day begins, walking side by side, having conversations and creating memories that go beyond the classroom. We've watched our schools take a fresh look at everyday traditions too. Classroom celebrations are becoming opportunities to introduce healthier and happier choices, with students enjoying nutritious snacks, crafts, and activities that make celebrating just as meaningful. And that same point has carried into our workplaces. At Yuba County Health and Human Services, employees have embraced wellness through walking groups, hydration stations, and events designed to bring families into the workplace. They have an annual healthy celebration on the anniversary of their Blue Zones approval, and it has become a tradition they're excited to continue for years to come. Most exciting part is these aren't just Blue Zones approved activities anymore. They're traditions and habits that organizations are carrying forward because they've become part of who they are now. It's been amazing to watch. Throwing it back to you, Marnie.
Thank you, Jen. Your work in schools and worksite has been really tremendous. So now we're going to hear from Christina Espinoza. She's another organizational lead, but she's going to give us a closer look into restaurants and grocery stores that have become hubs for health, culture, and community connection. Christina?
Hi, thank you, Marnie. I am here live in front of LA Merchandise, our fifth grocery store to become a Blue Zones Project approved grocery store, but our first Punjabi market to join the family. Step inside LA Merchandise, and you'll quickly realize that it's not only a 100% vegetarian grocery store, but a place where culture, community, and healthy living come together. Through cooking demonstrations and healthy nudges throughout the store, they've introduced residents to traditional Indian and Punjabi ingredients, helping people discover healthy foods that have been part of these traditions for generations. Their impact doesn't stop at the checkout counter either, from supporting the annual Sikh parade and their local Gurdwara to welcoming neighbors in to learn, connect, and share a meal. LA Merchandise has become a true community partner. Now let's hear a quick word from the woman behind it all. Come say hi to Baksho Bisla. Hi, Baksho.
Hi,
Say
how are
hi.
you? This
Tell
is
him,
Baksho.
tell him about your store.
Hi, how are you? This is Baksho Bisla from Yuba City LA Merchandise. And we had everything, whatever you need, Indian grocery, fresh vegetables, and all the stuff. We are really happy for the Blue Zone. Thank you very much. We love you guys.
Across Yuba-Sutter, local restaurants and grocery stores have embraced this movement in remarkable ways. At the Village Coffee Shop and Bistro, Blue Zones-inspired menu items are just the beginning. The Village has become a true gathering place, hosting Monday meetups, workshops, and community events that bring neighbors together. They've partnered with Camp Singer Youth on gardening and charcuterie making experiences, opened their doors as a welcoming space for local organizations, and even helped bring Yuba-Sutter's Farm to Fork dinner to life, celebrating local agriculture while highlighting the rich traditions of our Hmong community. And these are just two examples. Across Yuba-Sutter, 12 restaurants, 5 grocery stores, and over a dozen work sites and community organizations embrace the Blue Zones Project, each finding their own unique way to make healthy choices easier and strengthen the fabric of our community. Together, they've shown that a restaurant can be more than just a place to eat, A grocery store can be more than a place to shop, and an organization can be more than just a place to work. They can all become places where healthy choices are easier, friendships are stronger, and communities are closer. I'm Christina Espinoza reporting live from Yuba-Sutter.
Thanks, Christina. It's clear that when local businesses embrace wellness, the impact reaches far beyond their front doors. But creating healthier community isn't just about places we visit, it's also about the people who bring those places to life. Few places tell the story as well as St. Andrew Presbyterian Church, where our very own Judy Brogdon, our garden guru and events and office specialist, is standing by. Judy, tell us more.
Good morning, Marnie. Greetings from St. Andrew Presbyterian Church, where something truly special has taken root. Weather forecast today is hot, 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 but you gotta love it. We're here in the garden, and you can hear the chickens in the background, where an idea was shared with this congregation a little over 2 years ago, and today it is a thriving community learning space. And this garden is just one example of a much larger effort happening across Ubisetter to transform unused and unutilized spaces into places for connection, learning, and wellness. We've seen this same idea come to life in a variety of ways at work sites like Harmony Health, where outdoor and shared spaces have been reimagined to support wellness and engagement. We've partnered with community organizations and local libraries to offer gardening classes that teach residents not just how to grow food, but how to build the skills they can bring back to their homes and their neighborhoods. And in some cases, what's grown in these spaces has made its way directly into our community programming. Harvests from local gardens have been used in cooking demonstrations, connecting full circle from garden to table. Here at St. Andrew, the same vision came to life in a powerful way on a rainy day in April, where more than 100 volunteers came together for our Yuba-Sutter Shines event to build this garden from the ground up. Since then, it's become so much more. It's now a space for learning and gathering, where workshops are held, where neighborhoods come together to harvest fruits and vegetables, and where this community continues to grow its connection to food and wellness. Programs like God in the Garden invite children to come out, sing, learn, and help tend the space, while adult workshops include everything from seed exchanges to building planter boxes and learning how to grow food together. What once was a long-held dream for this church has now become a living, shared space for the entire community. It's been incredible to watch these relationships grow, literally right alongside the garden space. I'm Judy Brogdon, reporting live from St. Andrew Presbyterian Church. Back to you, Marnie.
Thank you so much, Judy. Gosh, what a beautiful example of what happens when people come together. At the community level, this work has been carried forward through many efforts across our team. We now go live with our engagement lead, Alexandria Jones, who's going to share more about one of the most meaningful outcomes we've seen in Yuba-Sutter through our walking moais. Alex, tell us what's happening over there.
Yes, thank you so much, Marnie. Alex Jones here, reporting live from the Yuba-Sutter Mall. Our Blue Zones Project Yuba-Sutter team has had the incredible opportunity to engage over 12,000 unique individuals through cooking demos, purpose workshops, sharing the Blue Zones story. One of the most meaningful outcomes we've seen here in Yuba-Sutter stems from our walking moais. What started as simple group walks has turned into something so much deeper. People who were once strangers now spend holidays together, gather for wine at 5 under the northern lights, check in on each other daily, and have become a truly important part of each other's lives. And rather than just hear it from me, I'd actually love for you to hear it directly from one of our walkers. So let's see if we can get someone to chit chat with us. So I'm joined here today with Christy, who has been a part of the mall walk since almost the very beginning. Christy, can you tell us a little bit about your experience with our walking moais?
My experience has been absolutely wonderful. That I used to come to walk for exercise, but I found that it's more important to walk for moai, to walk with the family. And now I have a huge group of family and friends, and my mental health is so much better because of coming here.
Oh, thank you so much, Christy, for sharing. When this journey began 5 years ago, one of the questions we heard most often was, what is Blue Zones Project? Today, that question has largely been replaced with recognition. You can walk down just about any street here in Yuba-Sutter, stop almost anyone, and chances are they've heard of Blue Zones. In fact, let's find out. Excuse me, sir. Have you ever heard of Blue Zones Project Ubisetter?
In fact, I have. I don't even live in the area. I drove like an hour away just to come to visit the Brick here in Marysville because I knew it was a Blue Zones Project approved restaurant. In fact, I was even reading that you all achieved Blue Zones Project certification. I think you met the criteria for community well-being index, community selected measures, and even your community pillars, which is amazing. Congratulations, Blue Zones Project Yuba-Sutter.
And that's the kind of lasting impact this project hoped to create. While the Blue Zones project may be coming to a close, the connections, habits, and conversation sparked are just getting started and will continue for years to come. That's it, reporting live from the Ubisetter Mall here. Back to you, Marnie.
Thank you, Alex. That was so inspiring. Such great work that's impacting on the ground across our community. Now we turn to another important pillar of work, policy. We've seen change not only in programs and partnerships, but also in systems that shape health across Ubisetter. To walk us through the work in areas of built environment, food, and tobacco, we're joined by Blue Zones Project Ubissetter's one and only Ricky Samayoa. Ricky, how's it going out there?
Thank you, Marnie. We're here at Marysville City Hall. We've done some amazing work in policy, whether it's built environment, food systems,
to advancing tobacco prevention. These efforts are helping create healthier places for everyone to live, work, and gather. One of the most recent milestones came through tobacco prevention, where local leaders in Marysville voted unanimously to adopt the new no smoking policy in Marysville for all the public parks, public spaces.
Expanded the definition of smoking, which includes the cannabis and any electric cigarette. Plus, they said any event funded by the city of Marysville will be totally smoke-free.
A quick word from our assisting city manager on this new policy.
Dan Flores here, Assistant City Manager for the City of Marysville, and we are very excited about supporting this new policy for the city to help make our community healthier, our families healthier, and just Marysville a better place to live.
Thank you, Dan.
So we're very happy to hear their leadership that they took on this. Oh, wait a minute. We just hear that the Downtown Association Yuba City has also adopted a no smoke-free event policy. Yes, they just said that they actually adopted a formal policy starting this year where all their events on Plymouth Street will be smoke-free. What a great, this is just a great example of all the great, amazing work that our communities have done around policy. Now with that great news, I want to send it over to one of our built environment champions in Yuba City, Lee Jones, who's one of our leaders, one of our community leaders and neighbors who took on slowing down traffic on 2nd Street. Tell us a little bit more about your story, Lee.
Good morning. We're really working diligently, collaborating with Blue Zone for a safer 2nd Street in historical neighborhood here in Yuba City. It started with 5 or 6 neighbors getting together, very concerned about drivers going 65 and the 25 residential limit and a lot of trucks. I used to bicycle down that street. I don't do it anymore. I used to cross the street. I've lived in the neighborhood for over 50 years. I no longer cross the street because of real safety concerns. And as luck would have it, we collaborated with Blue Zone, working with the team of engineers from the city of Yuba City. And Ricky and the other Blue Zone staff have built tremendous momentum working for the safer 2nd Street. And our group has grown from the group of 6 to a group of 30, and I know we're still a group with more, and so much support and momentum has developed through the Blue Zone collaboration. We are all thrilled and we're all on board to make 2nd Street a safer street for the residents in the community.
Finally, in the area of food policy, the region has taken an important step forward with the development of Food Policy Council here in Yuba-Sutter. As an agricultural-based community, this work is especially significant, connecting local food production with community health, access, and long-term sustainability. The council brings together local stakeholders to look at how food moves through our community, from farms to institutions to families, and how policy can help strengthen those connections. And together, These efforts across built environment, food, and tobacco reflect a system-level approach to health, shaping environments that make the healthy choice the easier choice across Yuba-Sutter. I'm Ricky Samayoa, reporting live. Back to you, Marnie.
Thank you so much, Ricky, and thank you to the entire Ubisetter team for your leadership across these important pillars of people, places, and policy. Today's special report highlighted just a glimpse of the incredible work across this community. Efforts to improve health and well-being led not just by one organization, but an entire community working together. From schools to restaurants, from community gardens to walking groups, and from safer streets to tobacco prevention, we've seen what is possible when organizations, local governments, businesses, and residents rally around a shared vision. Together with our partners, we've helped to advance 78 policies and plans that are making streets safer for everyone, expanding access to healthy foods, strengthening our local food systems, creating healthier tobacco-free environments. These collaborative efforts have helped us to leverage nearly $6 million in grant funding to support lasting improvements throughout Yuba-Sutter, including nearly $1 million dedicated to food access and food insecurity initiatives. The impact is measurable. Since the beginning of the project, the Community Wellbeing Index score has increased by 1%. Adult cigarette use has declined from 4% in 2022 to 2.8% in 2026, according to the Wellbeing Index score. And perhaps one of the most encouraging indicators, 69.2% of adults now reporting someone in their lives that encourages them to be healthier, up from 63.1% at the start of the project. That's a gain of 6.1 percentage points. That's what building a healthier, more connected community looks like. Conservatively, these collective efforts have contributed to nearly $9 million in avoided healthcare costs and workforce productivity gains. This demonstrates that investing in community well-being is not only the right thing to do, it's a smart investment. And it is no doubt clear why Yuba-Sutter has earned Blue Zone's community certification. A quick word from our sponsor, Adventist Health, who made all of this possible.
Hi, my name is Chris Champlin, and I'm the president here at Adventist Health in Rideout. I also am the network president for the Greater Sacramento Network. You know, Blue Zones has been here for 5 years. It's hard to believe it's been here that long. But I have to say, it was never about just sponsoring the program for us. We're a healthcare organization, and you always think about healthcare as delivering care to the sick. But that's not really healthcare, right? It's sick care. And so Blue Zones was an opportunity for us to partner with an organization that's thinking upstream. Healthy living, right? Exercise, natural movement, social interactions. And that's really what the research shows us keeps people healthy. So for us to partner with Blue Zones has been very meaningful over the last 5 years. Blue Zones brought together schools, restaurants, elected officials, policymakers to think about those things and to make action on those things that really went upstream in a way of keeping people healthy in the environment. Now you might think that that's weird for a hospital or a hospital system to sponsor an organization that essentially decreases demand for the services that we provide. But it's never really about that. It's about keeping people healthy and in a good place in life.
This has been years in the making, built on collaboration, consistency, and a shared belief that healthier choices should be easier choices. Before we sign off, I want to extend my deepest gratitude to the incredible Blue Zones project team. Your passion and dedication and heart for this community have touched thousands of lives. Together with our partners, our volunteers, residents, and countless organizations across Ubisetter, we have created this momentum that will continue to shape healthier futures for our region for years to come. While today marks the close of this remarkable chapter, the work doesn't end here. The next chapter begins with Live Well Ubisetter, where the partnerships, relationships, commitment built over the last 5 years will continue to inspire healthier people, healthier places, and healthier policies throughout Yuba-Sutter. On behalf of Yuba-Sutter News and Blue Zones Project Yuba-Sutter, I'm Marnie Sanders. Thank you for joining us for this special report.